Hey guys, how's it going? Rob here, and I'm back with another video. I haven't done a video on any drama for the past couple of days. Wow. Mostly because there hasn't been really anything. And as you guys have been following me on Twitter, which is um, in the description, we have been going back and forth with the dumpster fire that is Onision and his puppet accounts. We all know it's you, Greg. But anyways, we're gonna respond to uh, a video he just made called "I Need to Ask You Something." Now, this one is really funny because it starts off with him talking about his Patreon. Okay, so he begins the video talking about this content that he posts on his Patreon. He talks about how there's certain things that, or at least he knows that there's certain things that certain people wouldn't want to see. Um, I'm calling bullshit right there, considering that with him being almost 35, I'm pretty sure a lot of people wouldn't want to see him, wearing a diaper as well as running around his own home, acting like a complete nuisance. In fact, he kind of reminded me of those creepy stalker people from the movie The Visit that pretend to be the kids' grandparents, but really they're some people in a psychiatric ward that escaped and killed their grandparents. Um, yeah. Oh, gosh. Onision is those people. But, anywho, gosh, I'm surprised that his freaking kids don't get nightmares from his antics. Anywho, he talks about how he only has certain things, or at least he wants to try to limit the amount of things, and then proceeds to say he's gonna have people pay more for exclusive content. Which, if you guys look at the Patreon page, you have this picture of him trying to look seductive with a freaking candy bar in his mouth, and with what to insinuate that he's naked. Yeah. Don't you have teens that go to your website or your Patreon? Um, wouldn't that be really bad? And then have people continue to believe that you're a creepy bastard because you have teenagers that come to your thing, and then more likely they're going to steal their parents' credit cards to try to see if they can get a dick pic from you? Oh, Nision, you creepy bastard. Honestly, I don't know what's worse. You having young teenagers come to your website, hopefully trying to get pictures of you that are 18 plus, and when they find out that there's nothing, they feel like they're scammed, or the fact that you're still continuing the creepy behavior with teenagers. And I'm going to say this too. I plan on trying to get a video up for all the messages and stuff on Patreon. But oh my gosh, is that a gold mine for how creepy Onision is with teens. So Onision does continue with trying to explain, I should add, why it's so expensive, that apparently he wants to try to keep it from being leaked, which more likely people will end up, leaking it either way. But also, and I thought this was funny, he says to say things that people wouldn't want to hear, at least to certain people. So part of me kind of feels like that implies to his critics, for which I reply, you fucking coward. He then continues to talk about how, and I find this ironic that he says this, that YouTubers will say and show anything to the public without any, or at least with the repercussions. And again, irony in all of that Onision has too said things as well as done things on video, not thinking about the repercussions. Now, another thing too is this could also imply with him saying certain things on these videos that nobody wants to hear. Another thing too is it's possible that he's also implying his exes or people that he is kind of disassociated with, which then I have to still reply with, "You fucking coward," because since he can't handle the criticism, he's going to his Patreon, where a lot of people aren't going to, put the effort in paying to try to hear what he has to say. Or at least, pay him to get that information. And in the end, the only people that are going to hear it is his fans. And they're going to, like usual, just, suck it all in and not listen to any other voice of reason. Or actually, no, a voice of reason. There's no reason in Onision. Well, anyways, for the meat of the game, this video, Onision starts talking as if he's talking about his experiences being, or eating meat for his diet. Talking about how would you feel if you were showcased all the animals that you've quote-unquote slaughtered. How would you feel about that? Now, again, and I will say that when it comes to a lot of this is all opinion-based. But when it comes to this, with him talking about the whole meat thing, I kind of feel that this is to sidetrack people. Especially since with all the interaction that he has with people. I mean, he was telling people to unfollow him if he followed me, people like Mr. Epsilon, Jack and Glenn, Eugenie Cooney, or whatever. Everybody. Oh, wait, no, sorry. That was his puppet account. That was him saying it in his puppet account, which I'm wondering if he was having trouble keeping up with all the accounts that he was using. But anyways, he used the puppet account to make this whole statement that if you follow these people, unfollow me. And a lot of people are like, well, we don't even follow you anyways. So, I kind of feel that, yeah, this whole meat eater thing is to sidetrack people. Now he continues on by saying, or asking, like, if you die, or when you die, would you, like, whether you're in heaven or hell, have to, or at least be okay with having a montage of all the people and things you've hurt, which I have to point out, I think is, in comparison with the videos that is made of him, from a lot of other YouTubers. So I'm going to say this. When it comes to this whole montage thing, Onision, if there's something like that, then you know what? That's on you. Everything that has been brought up, has been discussed, that's on you. It's not on us. You ultimately put this down on you. If you can't handle what you've done, then maybe, perhaps, repent. I know that's a weird word to say, but try to apologize. But who am I kidding? You're not going to apologize. You feel like you've done nothing wrong. And whenever people, try to ask you to do the right thing, you shrug them off as if they're stupid, that they don't know what they're saying. Hell, repeatedly, you have called yourself the most honest YouTuber on the internet, as well as always being right. When time and time again, you've been proven to be none of those things. Hell, just recently in your tweets, you compared yourself as Daenerys Targaryen from freaking Game of Thrones, which I have to kind of remind people what I wrote, which was that you're not a Daenerys, you're more of a Joffrey. again, who attacks people without provocation and is a spoiled bastard. And in the very end, gets his own comeuppance. I mean, let's face it, when it comes to this whole situation and the comparisons or the similarities at this point with Onision and Joffrey, we're at the comeuppance part. But, anyways, I think I'm going to kind of slow to the end, and I'm going to say this. Final thoughts of this whole situation is everything that's been happening to Onision is done by his own accord. I know Onision wants to call us liars, harassers, stalkers, which there's no proof of us stalking him in any way. We just make videos. But overall, everything that has been said or like talked about in videos, it's everything that Onision has posted publicly through YouTube and Twitter. If he wants to blame somebody, blame himself for being an idiot and posting the mass majority of his private life online for the public to see. That's not our fault. That's yours. So, what are your thoughts? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. Please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. This is Rob Novakast signing off. Have a good one, and take care. Oh, and Onision, hashtag go fuck yourself.